All right, welcome back to StrikePro. This video, we're going to talk about bowler database as well as bowling centers. So let's jump right in. On the left-hand side of StrikePro, as you can see, we have this bowlers navigation. Click on that, okay? And in this bowlers window, as you can see, this is an area where you would manage your whole bowling roster for across all of your tournaments. So anytime you import bowlers to any tournament, they would also end up here. But if you want to get started and you're new to the app and you need to have a whole bunch of bowlers you need to import, you can go ahead and do that here as well. There's 3 different options though. Let's go ahead and talk about those. You can either export bowlers. So the reason why you can export bowlers is if you need to make some changes in mass. So you can export the list of bowlers and then re-import them to make updates such as average updates, if you forgot to enter some data originally, if you just want to clean up the database in general. You also have a template here. So we'll go ahead and open up the template. You have a few different columns here. You've got the ID column. This is an auto-generated ID that will come once you re-import. So when you're exporting, you'll have an ID that's automatically generated. You can enter your first name, last name. Now type. What is type exactly? Type is, let's say you want to classify a bowler, such as a senior, a woman or female, or youth, or super senior. This is where you do that. And what it would do is also show up in the app when you're in the bowlers table. You'll be able to see if they're a senior, a super senior, or both. If they're a youth, that way you can keep track of everything when working through the app. You also have an email here. You have a phone number, average, what hand they are, right hand, left hand, and then the USB-C ID. So these are the fields that you'll have available to you in order to import bowlers into the app. What we're going to do here, we're going to go ahead and enter a bowler. So we'll just say, let's put myself in here. We'll just say Eric Trung. And I'm not a senior, not a super senior by any means. So I'm just going to leave this blank for now. And then we'll put info@strikeprosoftware.com. All right, I'm going to make this feel a little bigger. And we're going to put 207-867-5309. We'll say average, I don't know, 220. And then I'm right-handed, so just put right-handed. And then I'm just going to make up an arbitrary USB-C number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. We have just the default data. Let's go ahead and remove John Doe. I'm just going to keep myself here for now. I went ahead and already saved this as bowlertemplate.csv. I'm just going to finish that out. All right. So while you're in the app, next thing you would do is you come into the import CSV. All right, and you go ahead and choose your file. As you can see here, we have StrikePro templates and we got bowlertemplate.csv. I'm going to go ahead and click open here. And it's going to say import complete, 1 new bowler added. And as you can see, we have the new bowler. It's as easy as that. So main 3 features here. As you can see, we have total bowlers of 1, 220 average, right-handed. You have the option to export bowlers. You have the blank template that you can use to import bowlers for the first time. And this is where you'd actually import the bowlers. So that's still the import-export method. If you did want to add a bowler just manually, you can come in here and do it this way. Let's say Bob Marley. All right. And we're going to say Bob is a super senior. All right. And say bob@bob.com. And we do need an average here. As you can see, it's a required field. We're just going to put Bob is a 215 average bowler. And let's just say he's left-handed. Okay. And we'll put in an arbitrary USB-C number again. We'll put 98654. And go ahead and click add here. And there you go. Now you see Bob Marley is added to the bowler database. And now Bob will be available in any drop-downs across the app when you're registering bowlers. All right. Let's go ahead and move on to the bowling centers. So on the left-hand navigation pane, you've got bowling centers here. Click on that. As you can see, we have some already pre-populated. Pretty simple. All you would do is click on Add Center here. You would choose the center name. We're going to go ahead and add a bowling center. We're going to call it National Bowling Stadium. And we'll just put Reno, Nevada. Okay. Then go ahead and click Add Center. And as you can see here, we now have the National Bowling Stadium in this database.